Stop right there. Many people over 60 walk every day, believing it is the single best way to stay healthy. But here's the truth most never hear. Walking alone is not enough. Yes, it keeps the heart moving. Yes, it gets the blood flowing. Yet while your legs are moving forward, silently your muscles, bones, and balance may still be slipping backward. And that hidden decline is the reason so many older adults suffer from weak joints, slower reflexes, and even dangerous falls. Now, surgeons and medical experts are speaking up. They point to 5 specific exercises that outperform walking when it comes to strength, stability, and real independence after 60. Exercises that keep you steady on the stairs. Exercises that protect your hips and knees from sudden injury. Exercises that build resilience deep inside your core, where walking simply cannot reach. These movements are simple, safe, and far more effective than the daily stroll most rely on. Think of this as unlocking a set of keys. Each exercise opens a different door. One for balance, one for bone density, one for strength, one for mobility, and one for longevity. Leave a key unused, and the door stays locked. Use them all, and the entire house of your health lights up. Few people know this, because the habit of walking is so deeply trusted. But surgeons, looking at real cases, know better. They see that the patients who recover fastest and age with strength are not just walkers, they are movers in a fuller, wiser way. In this video, you will discover those 5 surgeon-approved exercises. You will learn not just their names, but why they are better, and how they target the silent weaknesses walking overlooks. By the end, you'll see a clear path, how to add them into your routine without long workouts, heavy weights, or endless effort. You will understand how each one works and why missing it could cost you years of strength and freedom. Stay with me, because every exercise builds on the last, and the 5th is often the one doctors say makes the greatest difference in preventing sudden falls and fractures. Skip ahead, and you risk missing the single most protective movement of them all. Watch through, and you'll have the full set of keys to unlock a stronger, safer body, no matter your age. This is Florence Scoville-Shin, and I welcome you to Eco Guardians, the place where wisdom and science meet to help you live with more strength, clarity, and freedom. If you're ready to discover exercises that are truly better than walking after 60, hit the subscribe button now and join us. Your best years of health are not behind you. They can begin today. Strength fades quietly. Balance slips without warning. Bones lose their firmness, joints grow stiff, and flexibility narrows the space in which life can move. These are the hidden battles that begin after 60. Walking helps, yes, but it does not strike at the heart of these deeper changes. To stay truly strong, 5 health pillars must be supported every single week: strength, balance, mobility, flexibility, and bone health. Each pillar stands like a column holding up the temple of your life. Let one crumble, and the structure begins to fall. The first pillar is strength. Muscles are the armor of the body, yet they shrink with age unless challenged. Squats, simple, steady squats, are far more powerful than a daily walk. They awaken the thighs, the hips, the glutes, the very foundation that carries you through every step. With stronger legs, you rise from chairs with ease, climb stairs without fear, and protect your joints from the weight of the years. The second pillar is balance. Walking moves you forward, but it does not train the reflex that saves you from falling sideways. Heel-to-toe walking, the exercise surgeons recommend, teaches your body to hold steady even when the world tilts. Each careful step strengthens the nervous system, sharpens reflexes, and reduces the chance of a devastating fall. The third pillar is mobility. Stiff joints are like rusted hinges on a door. They make every movement harder. Walking does not oil those hinges. Gentle hip circles and ankle rolls do. These small but powerful motions restore the smooth glide of your joints, helping you move freely without pain or hesitation. Mobility is freedom in its purest form. The fourth pillar is flexibility. Muscles tighten over years of habit, pulling the body into shapes it cannot escape. Stretching the hamstrings, opening the chest, and lengthening the spine undo this slow bondage. Unlike walking, these stretches release hidden tension and keep the body supple. With flexibility, you bend, reach, and twist without fear of tearing or straining. The fifth pillar is bone health. Strong bones are silent protectors. They carry you, shield you, and endure stress. Yet walking alone cannot keep them dense. Weight-bearing movements like step-ups or light resistance training press strength into the bones themselves. Each repetition tells the body to hold on to its minerals, to resist the hollowing that leads to fractures. Together, these 5 pillars form the true foundation of aging well. Walking is a path, but these exercises are the stones beneath it, keeping that path safe, steady, and strong. John was 65 when he first noticed the weakness. Every morning he walked 2 miles, proud of his routine, certain it was keeping him strong. Yet one day, bending to tie his shoes, he felt a sharp pull in his back. Another week, climbing the stairs, his legs trembled more than they used to. He brushed it aside, thinking walking was enough. But inside, his muscles were thinning, his balance unsteady, and his bones less dense than he realized. Walking gave him movement, but it did not protect him from decline. A visit to his surgeon changed everything. The doctor explained what walking leaves behind. It keeps the heart alive, yes, but it does not build muscle, sharpen balance, or protect the bones from becoming fragile. John was shown 5 exercises, each chosen with precision, each better than walking for the body after 60. The first was the squat. At first, John held onto the edge of a chair for support. Slowly, his thighs and hips woke up again, carrying more of his weight each day. The second was heel-to-toe walking, a simple line across the living room floor that restored his balance and taught his body to catch itself before a fall. The third was resistance band rows, strengthening his back and shoulders, keeping his posture tall instead of stooped. The fourth was gentle hip stretches, releasing stiffness so his joints moved smoothly once more. And the fifth was step-ups on a low stair, pressing strength back into his bones where walking had failed to reach. Weeks later, the change was undeniable. Rising from a chair no longer required a push from his arms. Carrying groceries felt steady, not shaky. Climbing stairs no longer left his legs trembling. His back pain faded, replaced with strength where weakness had taken root. Even his surgeon remarked on the transformation, the body of a man who moved beyond walking, who trained the pillars that truly matter after 60. John's story is not rare. Thousands over 60 rely only on walking, unaware that it leaves gaps that can cost independence. But when the right 5 exercises are added, the before and after becomes a powerful reminder. Before, a body slowly fading, steady on the outside but fragile within. After, a body rebuilt with strength, stability, and freedom. For years, people have believed that walking is the golden key to staying healthy after 60. The streets are filled with men and women faithfully pacing the same path every morning. Yet the first myth is that walking gives the body everything it needs. The truth is different. Walking moves the heart, yes, but it leaves the muscles shrinking and the bones slowly hollowing. Without resistance and weight-bearing work, the armor of the body weakens while the clock ticks on. The second myth is that weights and strength training are only for the young. Many fear it will strain their joints or cause injury. Yet surgeons know the opposite is true. With light resistance, squats, step-ups, or band pulls, the bones grow denser and the muscles rise to protect fragile joints. The risk is not in lifting, it is in not lifting at all. The third myth is that balance is automatic. People assume if they can walk, they can avoid falling. But balance is not a gift, it is a skill that fades with age unless trained. Heel-to-toe walking or standing on one leg for a few seconds rewires the body's reflexes, teaching it to catch itself before disaster. Walking forward never teaches this. The final myth is that stretching is optional. Many see it as something extra, done only when pain appears. Yet, flexibility is what allows the body to bend without breaking, to twist without tearing. Gentle stretches of the hips, Hamstrings and chest are not luxuries. They are the threads that keep movement smooth and safe. Walking has its place, but these myths blind many to the truth. Stronger alternatives exist, and they are the exercises that surgeons quietly recommend when the stakes are high. 5 movements stand above walking when it comes to staying strong after 60. Each one reaches where walking cannot, building the pillars of health that time tries to take away. The first is the squat, done with or without support. This simple bend strengthens the thighs, hips, and glutes. These are the very muscles that lift you from a chair, hold you steady on stairs, and protect fragile knees. Walking uses the legs, but squats rebuild them. The second is heel-to-toe walking. It looks almost too easy, yet it rewires balance, one careful step at a time. This drill teaches the body to stay upright when the ground shifts, guarding against the falls that so often steal independence. The third is the resistance band row. This exercise strengthens the back and shoulders, pulling the body tall instead of letting it collapse forward. Posture changes everything: breathing, confidence, even digestion. Bands are gentle, but they awaken deep muscles walking never touches. The fourth is the hip stretch. Joints stiffen with age, like hinges rusting in the cold. Gentle stretches restore the swing of the hips, keeping strides smooth and steps pain-free. Flexibility makes daily life easier, from bending to lifting without strain. The fifth is the step-up. A low stair or sturdy platform becomes a training ground for bone strength. Every push upward presses power back into the skeleton, telling the body to hold on to calcium and resist fractures. Walking cannot give this message, but step-ups deliver it clearly. Together, these 5 exercises form a shield. They guard against weakness, build stability, and breathe new strength into bones and muscles. Each one is a key, and together, they open the door to lasting vitality after 60. Strength after 60 does not begin with heavy weights or long hours. It begins with small steps, layered slowly, each one leading to the next. The journey moves from beginner to intermediate and finally to advanced, with the body growing stronger at every stage. At the beginner level, movements are gentle but powerful. Chair squats help train the legs while keeping safety first. Heel-to-toe walking across a hallway builds balance without risk. Light stretching of the hips and hamstrings keeps stiffness from taking root. These are the first sparks of renewal. The intermediate level builds on that foundation. Squats deepen without the chair, allowing muscles to bear more weight. Resistance bands enter the routine, drawing the shoulders back, strengthening posture, and adding gentle challenge to arms and back. Step-ups on a low stair begin here, pressing strength into both muscles and bones. At the advanced level, the body is ready for more. Squats may be paired with light hand weights. Balance drills grow harder, perhaps standing on one leg for longer or adding a small reach to the side. Resistance bands can be tightened, stretching muscles further into growth. Step-ups rise to a slightly higher platform, testing power and endurance. Flexibility work deepens, with longer holds and smoother flow between movements. This progression is not rushed. Each stage is a season, allowing the body to adapt, recover, and strengthen before moving on. The beauty lies in the steady climb from simple movements to powerful control. No matter the age, these levels open a path forward, showing that growth does not stop at 60. It only shifts, demanding patience, precision, and a steady will to rise. The body after 60 tells a quieter story, but one written in every step, every reach, every breath. Muscles that once carried weight without thought now begin to thin. Bones that stood as silent pillars lose their density. Balance, once automatic, starts to waver. Joints stiffen like rusted hinges, and flexibility narrows the range of daily movement. These are not failures but signals, reminders that certain parts of the body call out for extra help in this season of life. The legs are the first. Quadriceps and glutes weaken more quickly than most realize, and with them goes the power to rise from a chair climb stairs, or walk safely on uneven ground. Squats and step-ups target these muscles directly, keeping them strong enough to carry the weight of independence. Without this support, even short walks can turn into struggles. The core follows. It is more than a flat stomach, it is the deep band of strength wrapping around the spine. When the core softens, posture slumps, balance falters, and back pain creeps in. Resistance band rows and gentle planks restore these inner supports, holding the body upright and steady. Balance itself is another fading gift. The inner ear and the reflexes of the nervous system slow with time, making sudden slips more dangerous. Heel-to-toe walking and one-leg stands retrain the body's sensors, sharpening the response that prevents falls. Each second of practice rewires the reflexes that guard against injury. The joints speak last but loudest. Hips, knees, and ankles stiffen when left to themselves, limiting mobility and feeding pain. Gentle stretches and circular movements oil these hinges, keeping the body free to bend, turn, and step without fear. Flexibility in the spine, chest, and shoulders keeps the upper body open, protecting breathing and circulation. Finally, the bones themselves stand at risk. Without weight-bearing pressure, they surrender their minerals, becoming fragile. Step-ups and resistance work send a vital signal to hold fast, to resist thinning. Bones may be silent, but they respond powerfully to the right challenge. Each of these areas, legs, core, balance, joints, and bones, needs deliberate care after 60. Walking alone cannot give it. Only targeted exercises light up these fading parts, restoring strength where it is most needed, and keeping the body alive with resilience. Routines shape destiny. After 60, it is not the grand effort once a week that preserves strength, but the small habits woven into each day. The body listens to repetition more than intensity, and every choice, every step, every stretch whispers instructions to bones, muscles, and balance. A walk to the kitchen becomes a chance for heel-to-toe steps, training balance without carving out special time. Rising from a chair can transform into a set of squats, building the thighs and hips with nothing more than your own weight. Brushing teeth can be paired with standing on one leg, sharpening reflexes while the minutes pass. These quiet moments carry more power than most realize, because they add strength without interrupting life. Morning stretches loosen stiff joints before the day begins, turning the act of waking into a ritual of mobility. A few hip circles while waiting for the kettle, a gentle hamstring stretch before dressing, these are anchors that keep flexibility alive. Even carrying groceries up a short flight of stairs becomes a natural form of step-ups, pressing strength back into bones with each lift. Resistance bands tucked in a drawer can be pulled out for 5 minutes at noon, drawing the shoulders back and waking the spine from hours of sitting. No gym, no heavy equipment, only deliberate moments where health is written into the rhythm of daily living. The beauty of habit integration is that it dissolves excuses. Time is no longer an enemy. Exercise is not a separate task but a companion to the ordinary flow of life. Each small action, repeated day after day, becomes a safeguard against decline, a subtle training ground where strength, balance, and freedom are quietly restored. Which of these 5 exercises are already part of your daily life? Do you squat when you rise from a chair? Stretch your hips in the morning? Practice heel-to-toe walking across the room? Or maybe you've tried step-ups or resistance band rows. Think about it for a moment, because each one you skip leaves a pillar of your health untrained. Tell us in the comments which of these movements you already practice, and which one you're ready to start today. Your answer might inspire someone else who is watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a like. It helps us reach more people over 60 who need this knowledge. And don't forget to subscribe to Eco Guardians for more surgeon-approved guidance on staying strong, balanced, and independent at any age. Your journey to lasting health continues here.